Dear friends, good morning. Forgive me my scruffy look. I had a little surgery, so I can't properly shave myself, but next time I will look nicely groomed. It is the talk about the newest post entitled Extending Basic Practice. Well, in the first one, which was about how to begin, we were suggested to sit in, let's call it, a greenhouse environment, very protective, very comfy, very simple. All it was done to avoid distraction and potential things which will interfere with the resting of mind. Well, our life is not like that unless we decide to spend, rest of the life in some form of retreat, which apparently some special people do. But it is not addressed to some special people, it's addressed what in France called grand public, meaning to everybody, and we don't sit on a chair and in peace and quiet. We live our life, whatever the life might be. Either, whoever we are, the life is filled with things which seemingly are making the resting of mind impossible. But it is not true. You can do it, but it has to be done gradually without expecting immediate results, because it doesn't work that way, at least the form which I suggest. So in this feuilleton, which I posted, is how to gradually expand the resting of mind in our daily life. And we start very gradually, first from simple walking in known space, which is easy because walking is for most of us fairly automatic. We don't need to think too much, except when we doesn't need to bump on some piece of furniture or a wall. Once we accomplished this great task, and of course the suggestion about resting mind are the same, if the thoughts for whatever reason, usually sparked by some necessity of which arise from the walking, but then it can go on and on and on, and we end up thinking about the living on the Mars. Whenever we find ourselves wandering in the thought land, which I call it, I invented this word, we simply, the very realization, an intention which we have, otherwise we wouldn't do this whole exercise, to rest mind, brings us back, and our mind rests, and even kind of more intensely. And further we go, we leave the simple space, the room or the apartment which we walk, and we try to go outside, and if we live on some higher floor, we have to go downstairs and walk on the street. And if it's not so busy, we just wander ourselves on the street, which is filled with more potential seduction because we see this and that. So we choose the street relatively quiet and ideal to go to get to a park or forest, and there we can walk very undisturbed, though walking itself may be more challenging. There could be holes, puddles, and whatnot. And then, if we are already graduate from that, we can start expanding on simple housework chores, exercise, washing dishes, sweeping floor, or what. Simple things, but requires quite a bit of quick thoughts. They are so quick that we don't call them thoughts because they are too quick to notice. And they do not at all interfere with resting of mind. Forgive me that I shake a little bit because I hold my phone in hands. Not that my hand particularly shake, but they do like normally a little. Okay, so here you have these various challenging exercises described, and I hope you will like it. And then I will continue, but probably the next phaeton I will return and do the description of disease, which is spreading so violently that we can, in case you try to forget about it, I will try to remind. Okay, to see you next time, and have a good day. Goodbye.